Namaste to all students. Myself JVN Dr. Khushbu Verma from Faculty of Agriculture and Veterinary Science. Today we will discuss about lipid aggregates. So first of all, you have to know about the lipids. What is lipid? So lipid are basically fatty acid chain. All lipid derivatives such as the phospholipid, sphingolipids, sterols, etc. are hydrophobic. Lipids are generally hydrophobic because they are having lipids are having dual nature. They are amphipathic molecules generally, but they have hydrophobic tails, means they hate the water solubility. That's why they have hydrophobic tails. Therefore, when these lipids are placed in an aqueous solvent, thus they cluster together forming microscopic lipid aggregates. In the lipid aggregates, the hydrophobic component of the lipids are in the contact with each other, while the polar head group, as I told you that lipids are amphipathic molecules, they have polar head region which is amphiphilic hydrophilic in nature, means they love the water molecules, they can interact with the water molecule. On the other side, they are also having hydrophobic fatty acid tails. They can't interact with the water molecules, that's why they have phobia for the waters. So when you leave lipid molecules into the water solution, water solvent, so they cluster together, lipid molecules cluster together, and they make this kind of arrangement that fatty acid hydrophobic tail region contact with each other, but they avoid to contact with water. Only polar head region are in contact with the aqueous or water solvent, and this type of a clustering result in an increase in the entropy by minimizing the number of molecules exposed to the water at the lipid water interface. The thermodynamic driving force for the formation of these clusters comes from the hydrophobic interaction between the lipids. Lipids can form three types of lipid aggregates depending on the nature of lipid and the solvent conditions. There are three aggregates. First is micelle, second is bilayer, and third one is the vesicle. In the micelle, they are basically spherical structures. Few dozens and few thousand of amphipathic molecules can be involved in the micelle formation. In the bilayer, this is two-dimensional sheet and it is about 3 nanometer thick. On third types of lipid aggregates, it is three-dimensional hollow vesicle that encloses an aqueous cavity. First of all, we will discuss first type of lipid aggregate, which is micelle. And micelles are a type of lipid aggregates which may contain a few dozen to a few thousand amphiphilic molecules. The hydrophobic regions of the lipid molecules aggregates towards the interior, excluding water, while their hydrophilic or water lover head regions are on the surface in contact with water. Micelles are formed when the cross-section area of the head group is greater than the acyl side chains, as in fatty acid, or in lysophospholipids, or in detergents such as sodium rudolcyl sulfate. Ionized fatty acids form micelles, and micelles form only after a critical micelle concentration is reached, dependent on the amphiphile. And for short tail, its need higher concentration, approximately 1 millimolar, whereas for longer hydrophobic tails in biological lipids need a lower concentration. Evidence for the presence of a liquid-like interior in the micelle exists because of their ability to dissolve some hydrophobic substances in them. Two or three amphipathic molecules cannot form micelle. Instead, micelle formation is considered to be cooperative process with simultaneous involvement for both of the amphipathic molecules, ions and water. This is the structure of micelle. Here you can see these are the fatty acid tails. They are inside and they are not in the contact of the water, and these are the polar head region. They can easily interact with the water molecule. So this is the first type of lipid aggregate, which is micelle. Second is bilayer, about which we will discuss in our next slide. And here you can simply see in the bilayer structure, polar head regions are on the both side, and they are protecting fatty acid chains, and they are arranging in the bilayer arrangement. Next one, as I told you, which is phospholipid bilayer. Hydrophobic intermolecular interaction can also lead to the formation of the so-called bilayer instead of forming sphere-like micelles. These are formed by the tail-to-tail interaction of the hydrophobic chains between two different layers, so that water-insoluble films are spread out within the liquid phase. In the case of glycerophospholipid and sphingolipid, where the cross-sectional area of the head group and the acyl side chain are similar, bilayer formation is favored. Bilayer formation is the structural basis of biological membrane, wherein proteins are associated with the lipid bilayer. The biological membrane are impermeable to polar substances. Here you can see this is the polar head region. These are the non-polar hydrophobic tail, and this is the arrangement of lipid bilayer. Water molecule can interact only with the polar head region. Now come to the lipid distribution in the cell membrane. Lipids on the plasma membrane are unequally distributed within the two monolayers. Phosphatidylcholine, sphingomyelin are predominant in the outer leaflet of the plasma membrane of the erythrocytes, where phosphatidyl eosin and phosphatidylserine and phosphatidylinositol are predominants in their inner leaflet. Changes in the membrane asymmetry are perceived as primary signals for initiating some cellular processes. For example, exposure of phosphatidylserine on the outer surface is a signal for cells to undergo programmed cell death, or a platelet is enabled to participate in the clotting of the blood only when phosphatidylserine is exposed on its outer surface, because phosphatidylserine is predominant in the inner leaflet. And movement of the lipid within the monolayer is termed as lateral diffusion, which is a rapid process, and transfer diffusion is movement of the lipid between the two monolayers, a slow process facilitated by the specific proteins called phosphatidyl translocators. Membrane asymmetry is maintained by these phospholipid translocators. Third, lipid aggregates are vesicles. In the bilayer sheet, the hydrophobic regions at the edges are in contact with water, which makes these sheets relatively unstable. Hence, the bilayer sheet spontaneously folds back on itself to form hollow sphere with an aqueous interior. These spheres are called vesicles. The formation of the vesicles minimizes the exposure of the hydrophobic region to the aqueous environment. Liposomes, which is basically bilayered vesicles. Liposomes are the bilayered vesicle which contain an aqueous interior and were discovered by the Bangham and his group. They are generated artificially in the laboratory using pure lipid solutions, and the lipid membrane bilayer of the liposome may contain natural or synthetic lipids. Liposomes can encapsulate water-soluble drugs in their interior and lipid-soluble drugs in their membrane. The membrane bilayer of the liposome resembles the biological membranes, and hence they are considered ideal for drug delivery in the human. This is liposome structure. And now come to the summary. So lipids form aggregates in aqueous solvents only, and micelles, bilayer sheets and vesicles are different types of lipid aggregates. Micelle forming ability of lipids has application in the medicine and in the washing industry. Bilayer formation ability of lipid allow them to serve as constituents of all biological membranes. Vesicles are bilayer sheets folded back on itself to form a hollow bilayered sphere. Liposomes are artificially generated vesicles with an aqueous interior and with therapeutic implications. So this is the sum up of this session, and this session is powered by Digital Version 2.0 Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University Jaipur. If you have any query, then mention in the comment box. I will resolve it. Thank you.